Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I have an update on the Jordan Neely case and what's been going on here. And, as of course we all knew what to be expected, it was him actively trying to save the man and not try to kill him. But of course, the far left and the media have to go out and say that he killed him purposely and it was considered murder. Now we're going to go over a few things as well that says what English AOC was saying what about him being a murderer. So these people always seem to quickly judge somebody over actions that they have no full information on. It's the same thing with the police tapes or police recordings that you see that are only 30 seconds and you don't get the full context of the situation. If you have 15 seconds and there's about 1 to 2 minutes of video, you have to guess where is the rest of it. Because you can't only just view yourself as one part of a context. Alright, so what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is full footage reveals former Marine Daniel Penny putting Jordan Neely in recovery position. Passengers complimenting him. Full footage that emerged on social media that Sunday revealed that the Marine Corps veteran Daniel Penny had placed Jordan Neely in a recovery position after subduing him on the New York City subway earlier this week. Jordan Neely, a 30-year-old violent homeless man and repeat offender with over 40 prior arrests, died on Monday after Penny, 24, had placed him into a chokehold on the F train. Neely had reportedly started behaving erratically and showing aggression towards other passengers. The other full footage revealed passengers complimenting Penny for taking action. It also shows Penny and the other passengers arranging Neely's body in the recovery position in an attempt to ensure that he would be okay. A passenger off screen can be heard saying he'll be alright. Neely appears to be moving late in the video. This is from Myth Informed. Why isn't the media covering the fact that Daniel Penny was complimented by other passengers and also put Jordan Neely in the recovery position? Seems like key details to leave out. Now, I'm not going to be showing this full video, but I'll be showing a little bit brief of it, because I think YouTube will strike me and put me on age restricted for some god apparent reason for showing a man, obviously, showing evidence. But of course, I have to do this so that way we know that, well, reality is part of the truth.
Maybe he wasn't planning on getting that same chokehold that you got. So that's nice, y'all. Jerry, we'll all be training. My wife is really it's just a storm. Another step. A rain. You really got to chokehold. Once you defecate, you got to let him go. Alright? If you're standing on.
Now, as you can see here, the man is actively trying to save this man, trying to make sure that he lives. This is not something that a murderer would bloody do. Let's put this honest here. Most people, if they see a man that is dead, that would not try to do so. I think we all know what murderers really act here. We have this as well. This is a chokehold, or rather, trying to restrain him. But of course, a lot of other people we know that have been trying to was trying to help. They try to restrain the man so that way that he could not commit any harm to other people. Penny had restrained Neely in a chokehold before he fell unconscious. The former Marine was taken to custody following the incident, but was ultimately released. New Yorkers medical examiner determined that Jordan Neely died from compression of neck and say that his death was the result of homicide. The incident has since given viral across social media and sparked protests perpetuated by even far-left activists, politicians, and Black Lives Matter throughout New York City. This is from the insanity and evil person Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. This honestly feels like a new low, not being able to clearly condemn a public murder because the victim was of a social status some would deem too low to care about. The last sentence is especially rich from an admin trying to cut the very service that could have helped him. Yeah, because that is the real case, AOC. See, here's the thing. We have already seen to where this man here was actively trying to save him. This would say Daniel Penny was trying to save Jordan Neely. This is being shown here. We have all of this well that protesters are also being proven to be actual idiots and morons with no actual rational thought. Because it says here that protests call for charges against Daniel Penny, man who placed Jordan Neely in chokehold. I don't think I have to tell you guys how often enough that why do we have to charge a man for trying to defend other people? Of course, New York people are mentally backwards. They don't have a natural brain, and they would actively put a righteous man into the cage rather than trying to put a man that commit multiple crimes into some type of some type of George Floyd situation. But of course, this is okay for New Yorkers. This is why the state is falling and let it crumble into the ground. We have more. We have Alexander Ocasio-Cortez also saying this, Jordan Neely was murdered. But because Jordan was houseless and crying for food in a time when the city was raising rents and stripping services to militarize itself, while many power demonize the poor, the murderer gets protected with passive headlines plus no charges. It's disgusting. No, it's not. Because here's the thing. The man was acting violent. You can't just wait for somebody to attack you. Because if that happens, you are risking yourself of dying, AOC. But of course, you don't care about the truth. All you care about is spreading murder, death, and carnage, and nothing else of the sort. You hate people. You hate the defense of people. And the only reason why you would do this is because you think of yourself as a moral person. It even says in your Bible, in a modern, moral, and wealthy society, no American should be poor to live. Well, here's the thing. In a normal society, there is going to be poor, and there's going to be not poor. That's just the reality of things. But in a society that we have, such as the America, we are able to where the poor always have a chance to be able to benefit themselves and maybe become rich, if not be able to survive. But this is the reality that we live in. You can't have a utopia, AOC. She also goes here, despite what Fox News wants you to believe, being afraid of an unarmed person is not a reason to kill them. We should not ever accept a society where such rationales becomes immoral, especially when powerful incentives exist in politics plus media to keep people afraid of each other. It depends. It depends on the situation, does it not? Because I'm telling you, if some person is coming after me and trying to actively kill me, then there is a serious problem. You do realize, AOC, that hands can kill. We have there for people that are in the UFC, martial arts and stuff. They actually will deem their hands as little weapons because they can legitimately kill somebody with them because they're unarmed. This shows how uneducated and how stupid you are for not knowing how dangerous things can be. You can literally kill somebody by throwing their head against a concrete wall and making their head hemorrhage and killing them. But of course, AOC, you will try to defend every single person that tries to commit murder. You're an evil person, and that's just straight up what you are. There's no other thing to say about it. You just want people to die, and I don't think there's any other way to put it. All right, we have more from here as well. That history of violent and erratic behavior. Daniel Penny releases statement on Jordan Neely death. We have from this maniac Philip Lewis. Daniel Penny, the man who choked and killed Jordan Neely, has released a statement through his attorneys. And, yeah, this is what these insane people are going to do. They're going to call him a murderer or whatever, say killed or what have you. And I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure Daniel Penny did not want to kill him. Especially after he tried to save him in this video. Now, of course, we can also take this in perspective that maybe he didn't try to save him. He was just trying to do it to make himself look better on video. We can take that perspective. However, what we're seeing here is, and from multiple witnesses, we can always take the route of that not being the case, to where he was actively trying to save the man, and from multiple other witnesses saying that that Jordan Neely was acting erratic, was being yelling at absurdities and civilities and stuff like that, that deemed that he may not have been safe in some of the words that he'd been used. You have to also understand as well, AOC, that words can be used as a threat, and you need to take precaution for it. This is the reason why you don't really care for people, AOC. You live in a fallacy land, and we're not going to deal with this anymore. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Hope you guys understand that what AOC says is nothing damaging for everybody involved. And Jordan Neely was killed, unfortunately. But, when things happen, and you do the things that you do, sometimes you get the bad consequences. I feel bad for Daniel Penny, because if we have, of course, the Ortega situation, to where that person specifically defended himself after legitimately being attacked and being put into prison for X period of time, do you really think Daniel Penny will not be faced with second-degree murder? New York is backwards, guys. They don't care for your right to defend yourself or other people. They just want people to die. And that is showing very obvious by the protests and the laws that they're putting into place. Alright, guys? That's the end of the video. Please subscribe, share. As always, take care.